and welcome to Real World, Real Stories. My name is Olivia.
And my name is James. Welcome. We are so happy you are here with us today.
This channel is a special place. We talk about important world events in slow, clear English. Our goal is simple: help you understand the world and improve your English at the same time.
If you are learning English, this podcast is made for you. We speak slowly, we explain difficult words, and we always talk about real news, real stories from the real world.
Before we start, a small request. If you enjoy this episode, please give us a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And write in the comments, what country are you from? We love reading your messages.
Now, I want to start today with a story. Not a news story, a personal story. The story of one person.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more, James.
Her name is Maria. She is 28 years old. She lives in São Paulo, Brazil. And 2 months ago, Maria received a message from her manager. The message said, "We need to talk about your role."
That sounds worrying already.
It was. Maria is a marketing analyst. Her job is to study data, to look at numbers and understand what customers want. She is good at her job. She has been with her company for 4 years. But her manager told her something unexpected.
What did he say?
He said, "We have a new AI system. It can now do in 4 hours what your team does in 4 days. We need to restructure."
Wow, that is a difficult moment.
And Maria is not alone. This is happening to millions of people around the world, right now in 2026. Not in science fiction, in real offices, in real companies, in real cities.
And today we are going to understand why. What is AI doing to the economy, to our jobs, to our banks, to our digital safety, and most importantly, what can we do about it?
We will return to Maria's story throughout this episode, because her experience shows us something very important. AI is not just about technology, it is about people.
Maria's story. Maria, 28, marketing analyst, São Paulo, Brazil. 4 years at the same company. Good performance reviews. Now, her job is under review because of AI. We will follow her story today.
And one more thing before we begin. This episode is not here to make you afraid. We are not here to say AI will destroy everything. We are also not here to say AI is perfect. Our goal is balance. Our goal is education.
Exactly. So let us be curious together. Let us explore. Let us learn. Here is what we will cover today: the AI labor market, banking, cybersecurity, the big money behind AI, future scenarios, and our vocabulary section.
Let us start with the basics. What is artificial intelligence? AI is computer technology that can learn from information. It can solve problems, write text, make decisions, and do many tasks that humans do.
That is right. Traditional computers follow rules. AI systems learn patterns. You show an AI 1 million pictures of cats, it learns what a cat looks like. Then it can identify cats in new pictures, even pictures it has never seen before.
And today, AI can do much more than identify cats. It can write articles, it can analyze financial data, it can diagnose medical conditions, it can even have conversations, like the AI chatbots many of us have used.
Now, James, I want to ask you something personal. Do you remember the first time you used an AI chatbot? What did you think?
Yes, I remember. I asked it a very simple question. What should I cook for dinner? And it gave me a full recipe, a shopping list, and the history of the dish. I sat there thinking, this is not normal. This is something different.
I had the same feeling. I asked it to write a professional email, and it was better than what I would have written myself. That was the moment I thought, okay, this is going to change things.
And that is exactly what happened. In 2022, OpenAI released ChatGPT. Suddenly, millions of ordinary people could talk to an AI. The world noticed. everything accelerated. It took Netflix 3.5 years to reach 1 million users. ChatGPT did it in 5 days.
5 days. That really shows the level of interest and excitement around this technology.
To understand what is happening now, it helps to look at history. Has this happened before? Has a new technology ever changed the economy this dramatically?
Yes, and the example is the Industrial Revolution. In the 18th and 19th centuries, most people worked on farms or in small workshops. They made things by hand. Work was slow.
Then came machines, steam engines, factories. Suddenly, one machine could do the work of 100 people. Workers lost their jobs in traditional industries. There was fear. In England, a group called the Luddites actually destroyed factory machines because they were terrified of losing their work.
And I have to say, I understand the Luddites. I genuinely do. When your livelihood is threatened, fear is a natural response.
Absolutely. But here is the key. In the long run, the Industrial Revolution created more jobs than it destroyed. New industries appeared, new professions were born, engineers, railroad workers, factory managers. The economy grew, living standards improved.
Many economists believe AI could follow the same path, short-term pain but long-term gain. The question is, how long is the transition, and who suffers during it?
Think about Maria in São Paulo. She is living that transition right now. She's not in the long run. She's in the difficult middle part, and that's where millions of people are today.
Maria's story. Maria is the transition. She's not a statistic. She's a real person living through the moment that economists describe as short-term disruption.
Now let us talk about jobs. This is what most people ask first. Will AI take my job? And in March 2026, we finally have real data to help us answer this question.
The AI company Anthropic, the company that makes Claude, published an important research report. They tracked how their AI is being used in real workplaces, and the findings are fascinating.
So, which professions are most at risk? According to the report, the top 10 most exposed jobs are software developers and programmers, customer service specialists, data entry operators, medical records specialists, marketing analysts, sales representatives, financial analysts, software quality assurance specialists, information security analysts, and technical support workers.
Notice something, Olivia? Look at that list carefully.
They all involve working with information on a computer.
Exactly. Reading data, writing reports, answering questions, processing records. AI is very good at exactly those tasks. For software developers, AI can theoretically handle 75% of their tasks. For customer service, 70%. For data entry, 67%.
Wait, James, marketing analysts are on that list.
Yes, they are.
That is Maria's job.
Yes, it is.
So the Anthropic report is literally describing her situation.
Exactly. She is not an exception. She is a data point. And there are millions of Marias.
That changes how I feel about this data.
It should. Numbers are people.
But here's something important that the media often misses. There is a big difference between what AI can theoretically do and what it actually does right now.
For example, in the computer and mathematics sector, AI could theoretically handle 94% of tasks, but in reality, AI is only being used for 33% of tasks. In office and administrative work, theoretically 90%, but actually only 25%.
Think of it this way. Imagine a new high-speed train. It can go 300 kilometers per hour, but if the stations are not ready, the tracks need repairs, and workers need training, the train does not travel at full speed immediately. It takes time.
AI is that train, enormous potential speed, but the infrastructure, the stations, the tracks, is still being built.
So, should Maria feel relieved?
Cautiously. The gap is closing every year. The train is getting faster.
Let us be honest about what is already happening. In just the first 2 months of 2026, over 45,700 technology sector workers have been laid off. Companies like Amazon and Block have specifically named AI as a reason for job cuts.
And there is a trend that worries me personally. Hiring of young workers, people aged 22 to 25 in vulnerable professions, has fallen by around 16% compared to 2022. Companies are simply hiring fewer people for entry-level jobs that AI can now do.
This is the part that keeps me up at night, honestly, because those entry-level jobs are how people learn, how they gain experience. If companies stop hiring juniors, how does the next generation develop professionally?
It is a real structural problem, and it's not just economic, it's social.
Interestingly, 77% of Generation Z, people born after 1995, say it is important to them that their future job is difficult to automate. More young people are choosing to become carpenters, plumbers, electricians.
And that actually makes complete sense. AI cannot hold a pipe. AI cannot install a window. Physical, hands-on work is genuinely hard to replace.
About 30% of workers have very low AI exposure. Cooks, mechanics, bartenders, construction workers, childcare professionals. These jobs require physical presence in real human judgment.
Maria's story. Maria's company has stopped hiring 2 junior analysts. The work those positions would have done is now done by the AI system. Maria wonders if she loses her job, are there even junior positions she could apply for? Or are those gone too?
Now, let us look at the other side of the coin, because AI does not only reduce jobs, it also creates them, and there is data that supports this.
The European Central Bank studied more than 5,000 companies. They found that firms that adopted AI actually hired around 4% more employees than companies that did not use AI. Why? Because AI made those companies more productive. Growth led to more hiring.
That is encouraging, but, and this is important, the new jobs require different skills. An AI trainer is not the same as a data entry operator. A prompt engineer is not the same as a customer service representative.
New jobs that exist today that did not exist 5 years ago. AI trainers, AI ethicists, prompt engineers, data quality managers, AI compliance officers. The job market is not disappearing, it is transforming.
And Maria, what is she doing about her situation?
Let us come back to that in a moment, because first, we need to talk about banks.
If you have a bank account, and most of us do, AI is already affecting your life as a customer. In 2026, banking has entered what experts call the agentic era.
That is an important term. Let us explain it carefully. In the old model, AI was a tool that helped humans make decisions. A human looked at the AI suggestion and then decided. The human was always in control.
The new model is different. Agentic AI means AI that can take actions by itself. It can process a transaction, investigate fraud, communicate with a customer without a human approving each step. The AI has real independence.
JP Morgan Chase, one of the world's largest banks, plans to spend nearly $20 billion on technology in 2026. And 150,000 JP Morgan employees now use an internal AI language model every week. They report saving an average of 4 hours per day.
4 hours per day. James, that is half a working day. What would you do with 4 extra hours every day?
Honestly, probably more work, which is a little depressing when you think about it.
But that is actually a real point. When technology saves time, companies often expect workers to use that time for more output, not for rest. That is a conversation about the future of work that society needs to have.
Goldman Sachs is developing autonomous AI agents using Anthropic's Claude model for trading operations and customer onboarding. And Lloyd's Banking Group expects AI to add £100 million in value in 2026, largely by automating fraud investigations.
About 60% of core financial processes in major banks have already integrated some form of agentic AI. JP Morgan alone has moved to more than 400 real production use cases.
Maria's story. Maria checks her bank app every morning. She does not know it, but the fraud detection system that monitors her account, the chatbot that answers her questions, and the loan eligibility system she used last year, all three are AI-powered. She is already living inside the agentic era.
I want to ask you directly. Do you trust AI to make decisions about your money?
Honestly, I am not sure. I like the speed, I like the fraud detection.
But
But if an AI denies my loan application, who do I talk to? Who explains why?
that is the accountability problem.
Exactly. There is no face, no person, just a decision.
And what if the AI is wrong?
Then what do I do? Appeal to an algorithm?
This is exactly the question regulators around the world are asking right now.
The advantages of AI in banking are real. Faster service, fewer errors, better fraud detection, lower operating costs.
But according to EY, a major global consulting firm, more than 70% of banks are already using agentic AI, and regulators are struggling to keep up. The technology is moving faster than the law.
California introduced a new AI regulation law, SB 53, in January 2026. It requires developers of the most powerful AI models to report serious safety incidents to authorities. It is a start, but many experts say it's not enough.
The fundamental question is, as AI makes more decisions about loans, about fraud, about your financial future, who is accountable when it is wrong? This is one of the most important unresolved questions of our time.
Let us talk about something that affects everyone who uses the internet: cybersecurity. How does AI change digital safety?
The World Economic Forum published its Global Cybersecurity Outlook report in 2026, and the headline finding is striking. 94% of cybersecurity experts agree AI will be the most significant factor changing cybersecurity in the coming years.
But here is the complicated part. AI is used on both sides, by defenders and by attackers. It is a technological arms race, and both sides have access to the same weapons.
Let us start with the defense side. 77% of organizations now use AI in their cybersecurity operations. The most common uses: detecting phishing emails, that means fake emails that try to steal your information, used by 52% of organizations, automatically responding to cyber intrusions, 46%, and analyzing user behavior to detect suspicious activity, 40%.
AI can monitor millions of data points simultaneously. A human security team simply cannot process that volume of information that quickly. In cyber defense, speed is everything.
But now, the threat side. And this is serious. AI has made cyber attacks more powerful. Criminals now use AI to create adaptive malware, malicious software that changes its behavior to avoid detection. Traditional security tools cannot always catch it.
And then there are deepfakes. A deepfake is a fake video or audio recording created by AI that looks and sounds completely real. Criminals have started using deepfakes to impersonate company executives. They call an employee. The employee hears the CEO's voice, trusts it, and transfers money. Some companies have lost millions of dollars this way, millions, because an employee was deceived by an AI voice.
Moody's, a major financial intelligence company, has issued a warning. They predict that within the next few years, an autonomous AI agent will cause a major public data breach. This is not speculation from a blogger. This is a credible warning from a credible organization.
And cyber fraud has now overtaken ransomware as the #1 cyber threat. 73% of survey respondents said they or someone they know experienced cyber fraud in 2025. That is nearly 3 out of 4 people.
Maria's story. Last month, Maria received an email. It looked exactly like her bank. Same logo, same language. It asked her to confirm her account details. She almost clicked the link. At the last second, she noticed the email address was slightly wrong, one letter different. She reported it. It was a phishing attack, almost certainly AI-generated.
So what can ordinary people do? Here are 4 simple habits that genuinely help.
First, be careful with emails from unknown senders, especially if they ask you to click a link or provide personal information. When in doubt, do not click.
Second, use strong passwords and enable 2-factor authentication on your important accounts. That means a second verification step, like a code sent to your phone.
Third, if someone calls and claims to be from your bank or government, hang up. Call the official number yourself. Do not trust the caller.
And fourth, think twice before trusting unusual video or audio recordings. Deepfakes are becoming very realistic. If something feels strange, even a video of someone you know, it is worth questioning.
These habits seem simple, but they are your first line of defense. Digital literacy, understanding how technology works and how to use it safely, is becoming as essential as reading and writing.
Now let us zoom out and look at the big economic picture. Who is investing in AI? How much money? And what does this tell us about where the world is going?
The numbers are extraordinary. In 2026, Amazon announced plans to spend $200 billion on technology infrastructure, data centers, computer hardware, AI systems. Alphabet, Google's parent company, plans to spend $180 billion. Microsoft, $155 billion.
James, can we just pause on those numbers for a moment? Because they are almost impossible to imagine.
Let us try. $200 billion. If you spent $1 million every single day, it would take you 547 years to spend $200 billion.
That is remarkable. The GDP, the total annual economic output of many entire countries, is smaller than what these 3 companies plan to spend on technology in 1 year.
This week, the 16th to the 19th of March 2026, NVIDIA's GTC conference is taking place in San Jose, California. More than 30,000 people from 190 countries have gathered. GTC stands for GPU Technology Conference. NVIDIA makes the most powerful AI chips in the world. Without them, most of today's AI systems could not function.
NVIDIA's CEO is Jensen Huang, one of the most influential people in technology today. He has said, AI is not just a discovery or an application anymore. It is mandatory infrastructure. Every company will use it. Every country will build it.
That phrase, mandatory infrastructure, is key. Think about electricity. In 1900, only wealthy businesses had it. By 1950, every household had it. It became infrastructure. You could not participate in modern society without it. Jensen Huang believes AI is on the same trajectory.
And something very interesting is happening at the national level. Countries are starting to treat AI like they treat oil or military power, as a strategic national resource.
The United Kingdom has launched an £18 billion program to ensure what the government calls computational autonomy, meaning the UK wants to control its own AI infrastructure, not depend entirely on American or Chinese companies.
Saudi Arabia is building an entire AI ecosystem worth $100 billion called Humane. A country historically known for oil is now trying to become a technology power. That is a remarkable strategic shift.
And this means AI has moved beyond being just a technology question. It is now a geopolitical question. Which countries lead in AI? Who sets the rules? Who controls this technology that is reshaping the global economy?
For someone like Maria in Brazil, this might seem distant, but it is not. The AI system that analyzed her marketing reports was probably built on infrastructure in the United States. The chips inside it were designed by a Taiwanese-American company. The data used to train it came from all over the world.
She is already part of this global AI economy, whether she knows it or not.
Maria's story. Maria decides to take an online course in AI tools for marketing. She has heard that companies are now looking for analysts who can work with AI, not be replaced by it. Her thinking, if I can't beat it, I need to understand it. She enrolls that evening.
Now, let us think about the future. We want to present 3 scenarios, 3 different paths that AI and the economy might follow. These are not predictions, they are possibilities.
Scenario 1. Balanced growth. AI creates economic growth without causing mass unemployment. Companies become more productive, earn more, and hire new people with new skills. Governments implement effective regulation that protects workers. New industries emerge, just as the internet created entirely new sectors in the 1990s.
In this scenario, living standards rise globally. Healthcare becomes more affordable. Environmental problems become easier to solve. The world economy grows significantly. This is the optimistic path.
Scenario 2. Uneven disruption. AI creates growth, but only for some. Large tech companies and wealthy countries benefit enormously. Workers in vulnerable professions, especially young people entering the job market, struggle. Inequality increases. Regulation is slow and inconsistent.
This would be a more difficult scenario. Not catastrophic, but painful for many people. The debate about who benefits from AI and who does not becomes the central political issue of the decade.
Scenario 3. Technological acceleration with risks. AI develops much faster than regulations can manage. Major cyber incidents occur. Trust in digital systems decreases. Financial markets experience significant volatility because so many processes are automated and interconnected.
Which scenario do you think is most likely?
Honestly, number 2. Uneven disruption.
Really? I am slightly more optimistic. I lean towards number 1.
Why?
Because humans have navigated transitions like this before. We adapted.
We did, but not everyone adapted equally. Some people were left behind.
That is fair.
The Industrial Revolution created great wealth. It also created terrible inequality for generations.
So the question is not whether AI will create growth, it is whether that growth will be shared.
Exactly, and that depends on political choices, not technology.
We actually agree.
We usually do, eventually.
So, which future will happen? We do not know. It depends on choices made by governments, companies, and citizens. That is why conversations like this one matter. Informed citizens make better decisions. Informed voters push for better policies.
Let us talk about the real obstacles. Even if everyone agrees that AI should be developed responsibly, why is that so hard to achieve?
Challenge 1. Speed. AI technology develops extremely quickly, but laws and regulations take years to develop. By the time a regulation passes, the technology has already moved forward. This is a structural problem with no easy solution.
Challenge 2. Global coordination. AI is developed in many countries simultaneously: the United States, China, the EU, the UK, Japan. If one country introduces strict regulation and another does not, companies may simply move development to the less regulated country. Effective AI governance requires international cooperation, and that is historically very difficult.
Challenge 3. Inequality of skills. Not all workers can easily transition. A factory worker whose job was automated may not easily become an AI trainer. These transitions require education, time, and financial support.
Challenge 4. The black box problem. AI systems often make decisions that are difficult to understand, even for experts. If an AI denies your loan, can it explain why? In many cases, the answer is no. This raises serious questions about fairness and accountability.
And Challenge 5. Energy consumption. Training large AI models requires enormous electricity. Data centers consume vast amounts of power. As AI expands, the environmental impact grows. This is a real concern that receives too little attention.
These challenges are not insurmountable, but they are real, and they require serious engagement from policymakers, companies, educators, and citizens. You, listening right now, are part of that group of citizens.
Maria's story. Maria finishes her online course 3 weeks later. She has learned to use AI tools for data analysis. When she meets with her manager again, she does not come empty-handed. She comes with a new proposal. Instead of replacing her, the company can use AI to make her team twice as productive. Her manager is interested. The conversation is still ongoing.
Let us look 10 years forward to 2035 or 2036. If AI continues at its current pace, what might the world look like?
First, the nature of work will change significantly. Many routine tasks, processing information, writing standard documents, answering common questions, will be done primarily by AI. Human workers will focus more on creativity, empathy, complex judgment, and interpersonal skills.
The most valuable workers will be those who can work effectively with AI, guiding it, correcting it, applying it wisely. Not people who compete with AI, but people who collaborate with it.
Second, healthcare could be transformed. AI is already showing impressive results in medical diagnoses. In some studies, AI systems detected certain cancers more accurately than experienced doctors. In 10 years, AI-assisted diagnoses could be standard practice globally, even in countries that currently lack enough doctors. Millions of lives could be saved.
Third, education. AI tutors could provide personalized learning for students around the world, adapting to each student's pace and learning style. A child in a rural area with limited access to teachers could still receive high-quality education through an AI system.
And fourth, geopolitical power could shift. Countries that lead in AI will have significant economic and strategic advantages. The competition between the United States and China in AI is particularly important to watch. It could shape global politics for decades.
These are real policy questions being discussed by governments today. The decisions made in the next few years will determine what kind of future we all live in.
We have covered a great deal today. Let us bring it all together, including what happened to Maria.
Maria started this episode as a 28-year-old marketing analyst in São Paulo, facing a difficult conversation with her manager. Her job was under review because of AI.
But Maria did not wait. She acted. She enrolled in an AI course. She came back to her manager with a new proposal. And today, her future at the company is uncertain, but she is not passive. She is learning. She is adapting. She is moving forward.
Maria is not a hero in a movie. She is an ordinary person doing what ordinary people do when they face change. They tried to understand it, and they tried to use that understanding to build something better.
And that is exactly what you are doing right now. By listening to this podcast, you are not just learning English, you are learning about the world. You are building the knowledge that helps you navigate change calmly, intelligently, confidently.
Lesson 1. AI is already affecting the economy, but not in the catastrophic way that some headlines suggest. The gap between AI's theoretical potential and its actual use is still large, but it is closing every year.
Lesson 2. Banks and financial institutions are moving extremely fast. Agentic AI is real. It is being used today. Questions of accountability and fairness are urgent and unresolved.
Lesson 3. Cybersecurity is a growing challenge that affects everyone, not just companies. AI is on both sides of the battle. Good digital habits are your best personal defense.
Lesson 4. The investment behind AI is extraordinary. This is not a passing trend. Countries and companies are betting their futures on AI. It is becoming mandatory infrastructure.
And Lesson 5, the future is not fixed. 3 very different scenarios are possible. Which one happens depends on choices made by governments, companies, and citizens like you.
Before we say goodbye, a few requests. First, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like. It takes 1 second, but it helps this channel enormously.
Second, please subscribe if you have not already. We release new episodes regularly, and we want you to be the first to know.
Third, write in the comments. Tell us what country you are from, and tell us, are you more like Maria, worried about AI affecting your job, or are you more curious than worried? There are no wrong answers. We genuinely want to know.
Fourth, share this episode with someone who is also learning English, because learning together is always more powerful than learning alone.
You know what I find most inspiring about stories like Maria's? It is not that she has all the answers. It is that she asked the right questions. She asked, what is changing? What do I need to learn? How do I move forward?
Those are the 3 most important questions anyone can ask about AI, about the economy, about their career, about the world.
And slow, patient, curious listening, exactly what you are doing right now, is one of the most powerful tools you have for your English and for your life.
The world is changing quickly, but knowledge is not something that can be automated. The understanding you build, that belongs to you. No algorithm can take it.
Stay curious.
Stay calm.
And keep learning. This is James.
And this is Olivia. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, goodbye.